they go through the test with very positive emotion. That is the precious of Tao. Okay. Today we are very glad we have the opportunity to receive Tao first. Okay. Because of Tao, so we can be awakened. We can know there's a way for us to follow. The word Tao means a way or a path. Okay. A way or a path for us to follow. A way, a path for us to going back to where we are from. It's very important. When we are lost, or when we go to work, or when we go to school, we need to come back to the home. It's very natural every day. If we lose the way back home, we become very nervous. Yeah? So it's very important that we can receive the Tao first and then find a way back home. Okay? On the way back home, there are many tests. Yeah? If we say it's a way back home, we'd better say it's a way to know ourselves. Okay? The way of cultivation is like a way of purifying ourselves, knowing ourselves. Okay? Just like this morning, our elderly say, breathing, awakening, breathing is the most important thing of every day when we wake up in the morning. Awakening is very not easy. Yeah? Many people, they sleep, but they cannot wake up in the very next day. But every morning when we wake up, we tell ourselves, we are very lucky. We wake up in the morning. And then we confirm again, we can breathe. That's a second treasure for us. Okay, then we can keep continuing this physical body. With this physical body, we can cultivate ourselves. The word cultivation is used for the agriculture, as I remember. In agriculture, what is cultivation? Before the planting of the seeds, we need to cultivate the land to make the land suitable for the plants, for the seed to grow. Okay, so the same, today we say we are cultivating ourselves. We need to make our self as pure, as clean as possible for our nature to grow up. Okay, so there are many many garbages on the land, just like in our mind. There are many negative thoughts, negative minds, or negative habits in our mind. So the cultivation is like to remove those bad habits, those bad mind, those bad comments away from our mind, from our soul. Okay, so that is the journey of going back home. Huh? And the way of going back home is not easy. Yeah, it's not easy. So in the second hour we have Irene, this speaker Irene, to share the topic of the true test, reveal the true heart, because the Tao is true. Okay, because of the Tao, we can get rid of reincarnation. And it's not easy to get rid of the incarnation, but the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas, they confirm that as long as we can cultivate this life, then after this life, we can become enlightened. We can go back home, sure. And the point is, we need to cultivate with true heart. Okay. How to show our true heart? That's why heaven gives us the test. Okay. Many times we think, why me? Why I'm tested? Next time we ask, why not me? Why not me? I'm tested. That is because you are valuable to be tested. So you are selected to be tested. Okay, so if we change our mind and we change our attitude to face the difficulties in our life, okay, that is because we are valuable, because we are sincerely cultivated down. So the heaven chooses to be tested. Okay, through the testing, just like the speaker Irene said, through the testing, our mind will be purified. Just like the jade, just like the gold. Okay, speaker Irene used many samples: the gold, the palm tree, the plum flowers, or the palm tree. Okay. After polishing, the jade will become shining. Yeah. After the winter, through the winter, the palm tree will become loosened. Yeah. So after the testing, our Buddha nature become more clear. We will see ourselves more clear. Yeah. So testing is very, as I say, very precious for our life. Yeah. So next time we face taste, we face our taste with many positive ways. Maybe we will go through the test with smiling. Yeah. Okay. So of course, at the moment of our testing, our mind might be negative, but a point, a moment for us to see where my mind is. Okay. So it is really not easy. If we are not awakened, if we are not calm in ourselves, it's not easy to see where our mind is. Yeah. So the Tao cultivation is very important. Yeah. 3 treasures are very important methods for us to help us cultivate every day. As long as we can practice 3 treasures every day, we will see very clearly that we can become more clear about mind when every circumstances we face. Yeah? Okay, it is very important to see our mind first. Yeah? When we face any first circumstances in our daily life. Okay. We can face our mind, then we can know what is good, what is not good. And then we do not keep the good mind up, we do not keep the bad mind going up. Okay. So it is a very important process of Tao cultivation. Yeah. I remember my father's time. Because at my father's time, he needs to go to the military service for 3 years. Now they only have 1 year, I think. Ian, I think for Ian there's only 1 year. Right now, 44 months. I think for Ian, you need to go through the winter for 1 year, isn't it? You don't know, huh? You don't know, huh? Right now, huh? Oh. Yeah, it's very easy for them. Yeah, at that time, vegetarian diet was not very easy, or even we say very difficult. Very, very difficult. How could they cultivate the vegetarian diet at that time? It's a very big challenge for them. Because in the military service, they didn't have vegetarian cooks. They offer only what? Non-vegetarian food. So my father, they only bring the canned food. So they took 3 years of canned food in the military. As we know, the canned food is not good for the body. Now we know. But at that time, there was no other choices. But they are very strong in their will. They need to keep continuing vegetarian diet. Okay. The circumstances or the environment is so. They face the environment by themselves. Yeah? Irene just give us some good examples of Grandelder He. At that time, when Grandelder He came to Taiwan, he also, or our group of our city seniors, they need to face many difficult environments. The language, the food, yeah, or even the cultures are different, totally different. Yeah, just like our ministry, they went to Davao. They also need to face different cultures, different diets. Yeah, at that time was very difficult. Yeah, even as we heard from our seniors, our grand elderhood was also driven away by our town members. Yeah, so at that time, our grand elderhood and all our other seniors, they didn't give up. They keep continuing, encouraging our town members to come to the classes, keep visiting our town members to encourage them, to invite them to Tao learning, just like every one of us today. Yeah, and our elder Xue Qianren, he even go through the jail punishment for 100 days. Yeah, at that time, as we hear from the seniors, our elder Xue was punished on the chest for 100 days. So at that time, after the jail time, our elder Xue was cough when he was speaking. Yeah, so many elders, they have several kinds of, tests or difficult trials at that time. Yeah, and so far we also have our Nepal town members now online. Yeah, this morning as we see. Yeah, as I remember, I had the opportunity to follow our senior master Lin Tiandianshi, to go to other countries for propagation down. Okay. As I remember, one time, our master Lin was very, very sick. He got a cold. He got a cold in, I think it was Sri Lanka. Okay. But at that time, there were a group of people waiting for dog lessons. Yeah? And I remember the master Lin told us, now the people are waiting for us. Okay. And I feel very, 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 very appreciated that we have good samples for us to follow. Okay. They show us the strong will. Even the body is very uncomfortable, but a strong will keep us going. Yeah, will keep us going. All right. And also, I remember one mother when she get married, yeah, her family didn't allow her to take vegetarian meal and offer him only the meat. Offer her the meat. How could she go through the 3 meals? Only rice and some soy sauce only. Yeah. So we learn from those samples that the tests are not there to punish us. The tests are there to give us more nutrition, more power to going on, to keep going. Yeah. Okay. So it is very important that, true, the heart is the key point. The heart in our mind, how we face the difficulty will be the key point, whether we can go through or not. Yeah. So next time when we have difficulties, then think of the samples of our seniors. They become saints, they become enlightened because they face the test and the trials with very grateful heart. So they become saints and enlightened afterwards. Yeah. Also very important is that we do not leave our Tao circles. Yeah. Do not leave the scriptures or the good books. Do not leave our Tao members. Yeah. As long as we can keep learning, yeah, we can have a good right view, yeah, to help us going through the difficulties. And do not leave our Tao members. we need supporting. We need support from each other. So like every one of us, today we are classmates. Yeah? But after the class, we are town members supporting each other. Yeah? Just like many of us, we supporting each other in Dao propagation in Philippines, in Nepal, in Sri Lanka, or online we have many Dao members supporting each other in overseas Dao affairs. Yeah? So do not leave the Dao members because they are good support for us when we face difficult times. Okay? Keep learning to have good view. And keep contacting with our Dao members because they are good support for all of us. Yeah? Okay. Do not leave the Dao circles because Dao circle is a very good source for us to have environment to learn. Yeah? Because we have good environment, so we can have our seniors to guide us. We have speakers to give us good speeches and give us right view. Okay, and we have town members to accompany us, go through at a good time or bad time. Yeah. Of course, everybody or most of us like to have a good time. I think only very few people wish to have difficult times in our life. Okay. But it is good to have a good time in cultivation. Maybe not. Yeah. As we know, it is not easy to propagate Dao in Western countries, in Europe or in the United States, as we know, because the life there was very comfortable. Okay. But if we go to Nepal, if we go to Sri Lanka, go to Thailand, the environment was not very good. The people's life was not so developed like we here in Taiwan or in the Western countries. Yeah, as we can say, most of people in those countries, they need help. So they can know that life is not easy. So need to find a way out. Yeah, so they see the Tao can give them a hope. Okay, so they come to learn the Tao very easily. Okay. But if we are living in European or in American countries, that life was not very difficult. So it is not easy to keep learning Tao, to keep cultivating Tao. Okay. But we know it is just only the beginning because we are just only in the very first 100 years. There are more than 10,700 years for us in front of us. We can keep going. We keep going. We believe as long as we keep going, then we can have the chance to encourage other people to cultivate Tao, to cultivate and propagate Tao together. Yeah. So far, I think we are very lucky to be born here in Taiwan, here as on-site participants, okay, or online participants. That we can listen to the seminar now is very not easy. That means our life level has a basic standard. Yeah, so we need to cherish that. Yeah, we need to cherish that. Okay, our life is really good enough. Okay, but a good life is also a challenge for us. Very often we will see, the life is so easy, so this should be not necessary to cultivate that. Yeah, so those kinds of thoughts will come up very easily when the life is very easy. Yeah, so be aware. Yeah, be aware. Be aware of what our mind is. It is very important. So keep cultivating will be very important for us. Yeah. Miss Emily Lee was very young. Yeah, was very young. It is very uneasy for her. Yeah. because as we know, there were not so many Dao members there. But she kept learning and keep encouraging herself to give speech. Okay, and also we know the time difference. Yeah, but she tried her best to overcome those difficulties. It was also a good sample for us. Yeah. So this morning we have good, very speakers. Yeah, they give us good speeches and good samples for all of us. One is the importance of Dao cultivation. The importance of Dao cultivation is not only here for us to learn, but a way for us to get rid of our bad condition. Yeah. As long as we cultivate, as long as we accumulate merits, our negative or our negative karma, yeah, will be balanced. Yeah. And as long as we keep the true heart, the task in front of us will become easy for us to go through. Okay, those are very good topics for us to learn, and they are very related. Okay. And our two MCs are also very good examples for all of us. Yeah, even when they face difficulties, they can face the difficulties with good samples. Yeah, okay, those are very good samples for us to learn. Yeah. But of course, the cultivation needs to go by ourselves. We need to know. We need to go through the cultivation or go through the test by ourselves. Learning is one thing. Now today we are learning now here. We learn the good thoughts. We learn the right view. But after the class, we need to practice. Practice what we have learned today. Okay, and that is the key, whether we are cultivating Dao or we are learning Dao. Learning Dao is one thing, but practicing Dao is one thing. Okay, come to the class, that's only part of it. But the most important thing is that to put what we have learned into actions. Okay. We know the greed is not good. We know the hatred is not good. Okay. We know the illusion is not good. Okay. Well, that is not our true self, as we say. Yeah. The pure self has no greed. The pure self has no hatred. The pure self has no illusion. Okay. So as long as we are aware, we are greedy. As long as we are aware, we are angry. Then we try to remove the bad thoughts, or we do not let the bad thoughts come out. Okay, there's a very important step for us to cultivate ourselves. So the more we do, the more pure will become our mind, become our soul. Okay. Yeah. So we invite every one of us, whether you're on site or online, okay, please keep continuing learning and try to put what we have learned today into our daily life. Okay. We wish every one of us can become better and better Dao cultivator, and one day will become enlightened. Okay. That's my sharing today. Thank you for participation. Thank you.